Ulta plans to introduce a new layout in its stores coming this fall.
Ooh.
I loved this headline.
I know, yeah.
So according
This
to
could get spicy,
it could,
everyone.
it
Hold
could.
on.
So according to Retail Dive, the company plans to introduce a new front of store presentation in September that will focus on editorial storytelling around trends, events, and new products. Ulta's current layout is organized for you, Chris, who I think we've been into an Ulta store together a couple of times. But if you don't remember, they currently organize by price point with prestige makeup brands and other skincare on one side of the store, and then mass makeup and skincare on the other.
Right.
Kind of goes down the center aisle.
Right.
Fragrance is in the middle of the stores and hair care is in the back.
Right.
This new vision involves consolidating categories, meaning it plans to place mass and prestige together, still with clear brand delineations. How they're going to do that specifically will yet to be seen.
Still to be determined.
Yes, still to be determined. But why are you a little
Oh, you can tell already, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think this is a big nothing burger. This story is an absolute nothing burger. The reason I say that, especially in the realm of like, omni-channel evolution, like it's your job to merchandise the store to the trends and how people shop.
Fair,
So, okay.
fair.
I mean, at the end of the day, like if I put my merchant hat on, it just sounds to me like good, better, best merchandising to me.
Okay.
Like that's all it is. And I don't get it, but I'm not the beauty consumer. So this resonated with you. So as the theme of this podcast is just trying to keep an open mind.
Yes.
You did love this. So why did you love it?
I mean, isn't this what retail merchants are supposed to be doing?
Yeah, exactly my point.
Yeah, I mean, I think we so following trends is right. I think it's following how we're shopping online and what the physical equivalent of that is in the store. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but like merchants should be testing new ways of doing this. So yes, Ulta, let's continue that. I think though that this allows for other products to be entered into the universe of consideration. So like say for example, like green is a trend color. It's like
Right.
the Pantone color of 2023.
Right.
I don't know that for sure, but let's just play along with that theory. Like I think from a shopper's perspective, it's really cool to be able to go in and instead of just seeing the NARS end cap that shows what the NARS green trends look
Right.
like and that
Or
like
what trend they're
palette looks
playing
like.
up.
Yeah, and then Kylie or the Ulta beauty owned brand. Like I would love to see one display where it's like, here are all the coolest the top 10 green trend makeup trends that we have in the store, and giving the opportunity for the associates in the Ulta store too to be able to speak to that, to take people to it and be like, hey, if you want the budget buy for the NARS eyeshadow, here's the version right here. Like you have that at your disposal all in one centralized place. Plus, I think once, as we've been talking about supply chain at this conference a lot too, I think it allows when out of stocks happen to quickly be able to put other product in to still capture that sale. Where like if which frequently happens with some of the makeup palettes that come out that are limited time offers, like if that's gone, if that end cap display is gone, like how can you put in and still keep with this theme that's true to how your customers are shopping online is a great way to do this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hear your points. I think you're over attributing it a little too much in terms of what's happening here. I think all of those things could be done in a traditional merchandising setting, especially the reorganizing. But at the end of the day, like if you want to play up a trend story and you think as Ulta you need to play up your trend stories more in a new way, kudos to you for doing it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's.
Let me ask you this as a former merchant. Do you think that it will encourage the retailers? Oh God.
Sorry. Whoa, random cough.
Do you think that it will encourage retailers to work differently with the brands that like just to be thinking about these displays differently instead of like brands typically like executing an end cap? Again, we'll use the NARS example where it's like, this is our holiday palette. This is what is included in that. Boom, we just ship this out to every single retailer. Versus like now trying to work with the creative team, like truly create a better
experience. That's a good point. I think that's the point that I like about this the most is, and especially in the beauty category, it's always seemed to me that the beauty category is at the behest of the brands, and they are kind of merchandising to what the brands want, which is good and bad in the sense of you get a lot of dollars that way, but you're not always merchandising it to what your customer wants or how your customer wants it to be presented. You're merchandising to what your brand expects you, but that's a middle person. That's not you as the brand. So So I think this does free up more that approach does potentially free up more creativity in merchandising for you to tap into what your customers want day in and day out, which is just a axiom that I think every retailer should believe in.
Okay.
And figure out the right balance of that mix between, how it's traditionally been done and how it is going forward. But I think that's a great point.